it's Jen here and welcome to Jen's Wild About Art. So today I'm going to do a pair of dolphins for you and I'm going to do them with ink washes. So I start by drawing the outlines of both dolphins with my mechanical pencil and I sort of keep adjusting them until I'm 100% happy with how they look. And then I will go over the top of them with my ink pen, my dip pen, and just get the outlines in, and then I'll go in with ink washes. So I start with my ink washes now and I add a little bit of ink and a fair bit of water to create quite a pale grey wash, still using the same black ink. I treat ink like watercolor. So I work from light to dark, and the darker I want it, the more ink I will add and less water. So you can see I'm working from light to dark and I work in layers. So I've added the first layer, I'm onto the second layer now, and then I just build up the dark tones. So I'm doing that now, as you can see, adding the dark to the fins. Now I start to work on the dolphin closest to us, and I just add that first initial wash, watery wash, with a little bit of ink and a lot of water. And then I go back in and I add some more detail to that dolphin in behind, and I start to build up his darker areas, trying to get sort of tonal ideas, because the front one will be a fraction lighter than the back one. So I decide to work on the back one first to get the darkest areas in. And now I add the second layer onto the dolphin closest to us, and I work around his nose, around his fins, and start to build up the shadows on his body, just in layers again, so lightest to dark, and just keep adding layers until I get the tones exactly where I want them to be. So I'm not using any colours, I'm literally just using black ink. That's it, just one plain old black ink and adding water, and that creates all these different tones. And I find it really lovely to work monotone just with one colour. It takes all the stress of mixing and all of that out, and I think they look quite effective. So now I'm going into the darkest darks, which is nearly pure ink, just the teeniest little bit of water. And I'm just going to smooth out some of these edges on this dolphin closest to us. Then I decide they need a little bit of a background, and I have a bottle of blue ink, so I pop some water on the watercolour paper and I drop the ink in and I let it run around. So you can how I've just literally wet the paper and the ink just runs around with it. So it's exactly the same as watercolour. It just dries quicker. That's the only real difference. So I add that in, and then I work my way around both of the dolphins. And I just think that completes the piece quite nicely. Just run that right round. And we are just about done. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I'd love it if you click like and subscribe and click on the bell icon. That way you'll be notified when I release a new video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day, and I will see you all for the next video. Okie doke. Catch you then. Bye.